For you to live long on earth, you need the right food. And for you to stay healthy, you need Diet TV to teach you. Diet TV brings to you the right food your body needs. Jesus wants you fit. Diet Academy, healing by knowledge.
You can also reach us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hello everyone, welcome to Diet TV with Princess Kate Emiko, coach at the Jesus Wants You Fit Diet Academy. What is Diet TV all about? Diet TV is a program that will be focusing on our food, focusing on our health, and focusing on our lifestyle, meaning how does food affect our health, how food affects our lifestyle. We'll talk about diet, or when people hear the word diet, the first thing that comes to mind, weight loss. Or when people hear about diet, the first thing that comes to mind is the person sick. No, diet simply means a type of food for a community, a type of food for an individual, a type of food for a person. Diet is food. What is your diet? Meaning, what type of food are you feeding on? Your type of food affects the way you feel and the way you look. So that is what Diet TV is all about. Your sleeping pattern is affected by your food. Your energy level is affected by your food. Your sex drive is affected by your food. Your libido is affected by your food. Your fertility is affected by your food. Your mood swing is affected by your food. Your productivity is affected by your food. Look, almost 90% of how you feel, your food has a role to play. Food has a lot to do with how we want to look in the future. Food has a lot to do with how you want to look like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now. Food is the foundation of a sound health, and also food is the foundation of diseases and sicknesses. So food has a whole lot to play. That is why we need to focus on what goes into our body referred to as food. So when we talk about diet, we are simply talking about your type of food. How does the food you put in, what message is the food you put in sending to all your organs? That is what Diet TV is going to be about. And I would love us to subscribe to the channel Diet TV, and also don't forget to press the like and share button, because it's going to be coming up with a lot of information. Don't forget, knowledge is power. Knowledge is healing. Once you know about something, once you get an information about something, in fact, healing has already started. A lot of cardiovascular diseases everywhere. High blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, lupus, autoimmune diseases, cancer of all types. Almost everything is linked to what we eat and what we drink. And so when I even say food is medicine, it is 100% right. So Diet TV is going to be coming up with a lot of information. When we talk about diet, we are talking about a special food targeted to achieving a particular purpose. A special food targeted at achieving a particular purpose. So there is a diet for a pregnant woman. There is a diet for a banker. There is a diet for a toddler. There is a diet for a wrestler. There is a diet for a footballer, and there's also a diet for those trying to quickly recover from a particular sickness or disease. What I want us to be sure, first of all, of is that diet is not necessarily weight loss. Remove that from your mind. Diet is what type of food are you eating? What messages are the food you are taking and passing into your organs or into your body? Diet also means the amount of food you are eating. What is the amount of food you are eating? We have different diets. We have the Mediterranean diet, we have the Nigerian diet, we have the American diet, we have the British diet. In fact, when you go deep down to Delta, where I'm speaking from, we have the diet of the Urhobos, we have the diet of the Shekiris, we have in fact, the Igbos also have their diet. Everybody's peculiar. But what we want to focus on, that particular diet, is it beneficial to your health? Or is it damaging to your health? And what can we do to redefine that food to be able to assess the goodness from that particular food? That is what Diet TV is all about. So today, the first episode, congratulations for being part of it, and don't forget to like and share. The first episode, what we're going to be looking at, focusing on, is how food affects your health, how food affects your fertility, how food affects your libido, how the food you eat affects even your emotions. Food is medicine. Food is medicine to be taken according to prescription. Meaning your diet, that food on your plate, as you can see here, this is medicine. This is medicine. These are all food. This is medicine. The vegetables, these are medicine. What you see here, this is also food. But what messages are these passing into the body? I have two types of diets displayed on my table right here. I have this one that is popularly called the junk diet. Now, this food has an information to pass. These are messengers. These are messengers. What you have here, sausages is passing a message to your body. Bread is passing a message to your body. Your pies, your sausage, this particular type of diet, these are messengers. So you need to find out. Diet TV is going to be giving you information on what message is this type of food passing into your body. Is it passing the right message or passing the wrong message? Because when your organs don't receive the right message, there's going to be sickness. When your organs don't receive the right message, it's going to be a foundation for disease. This type of diet already has a message to prepare. And I tell us, this is the type of diet most people feed on. And then, these drinks also form a part of diet. If you ask me now, I don't know what chemicals are in this drink, but I know that certainly these are not pure drinks. Then we also have, this is a diet. This is a diet. These are fruits, vegetables, all these are diets. Now, this particular diet has a message to pass to the body. This has a message. The food you eat affects your growth. The food you eat affects everything. In fact, it affects everything about you. So that is why you need to pay attention to what goes into your mouth. 90% of how you want to look 5 years from now, 90% of how you want to feel 5 years from now, all depends on your food. Diet you are on gives information to your body. And we know, of course, there are right information and there are wrong information. If your food is giving the wrong information to your body, then the whole body is going to suffer. So that is why you need to stay tuned on this channel. That is why you need to subscribe so that when information comes up, you know exactly what type of food to use as medicine. Food is medicine, taken according to prescription. So you must find out what is your prescription. A toddler has a prescription. A pregnant woman has a prescription. A banker has a prescription. A male has a prescription. A female has a prescription. So you need to find out what is my own prescription. Depending on my activity level, depending on the purpose I want to achieve, what is my prescription? Food acts as medicine to maintain, to prevent, to treat. Your diet is your medicine. Food is your medicine. And the food you are eating is to maintain, to prevent, and to treat disease. It is to nourish, it is to nurture, and to heal your body. So, if the food placed before you, or whatever it is you want to eat or drink, does not meet prevention, does not meet maintaining your body, does not meet treating or accelerating healing, then that is no longer food. You are just eating sharp, and that is no longer food. Food is meant to produce nutrients to your body. Your diet, so to say, that particular food you are eating, that diet is supposed to produce nutrients to your body. So how do we know the food that produces nutrients? That is what Diet TV is going to be all about. How do you know the food that produces nutrients? Because there are some food that are well packaged. There are some food that are well laced. There are some food, all sorts of information have been given about that food. But I tell you, that food does not pass the right information to your body. Food, your diet is essential for growth. Your diet is essential for development. Your diet is essential for also maintenance. Now, if your food does not provide any of this, your food is also to act as energy. Food is fuel for your body. So if your food does not meet all these conditions I listed, then you are just breathing sickness. You are hosting sickness. Food is meant to be an immune booster. Food is meant to cleanse and detoxify your body. Food is meant to accelerate healing. Your diet is meant to edify your body and not to lay a foundation for sickness and not to lay a foundation for disease. Food affects the way you sleep, meaning your diet affects your sleep. Your diet affects your emotions. Your diet affects the way you react or respond to situations. Your diet affects your brain, your reasoning faculty. Your diet affects your performance level. Beloved, don't take your diet for granted. The way you want to perform when you get to the office, the way you want to perform when you get to your marketplace, the way you want to feel internally has a lot to do with what is on your plate. So if what is on your plate is not providing the right information in terms of nutrients, in terms of vitamins, in terms of antioxidants, in terms of flavonoids, then you are just consuming shaft and not food. Because food is meant to produce, to provide, and to maintain your body to be in order. Food is meant to make you age gracefully. Food has a lot to do with longevity. Also talking about diet. There is a diet they call the Okinawa diet. The Okinawas live as old as 120. They live as old as 140. A 140 years old Okinawa woman can still climb an orange tree. Now, when you check out the Okinawa diet, meaning the type of food they eat, is full of natural food and vegetables. It's full of all grains. Because that is where the information the liver needs to function is. That is where the information the kidney needs to function is. That is where the information your cells needs to function is. Food also affects fertility a whole lot. Because your fertility has a lot to do with your egg production. Food also affects hormones a whole lot. Hormones are essential chemicals produced by your glands, and food has a lot to do with hormonal balance or hormonal imbalance. When you send the wrong information via your food to your cells or to your glands, it's going to leave your hormones confused. So that is why you need to pay attention to your diet. Rather than paying attention to your clothes, rather than paying attention to your shoes, or rather than even paying attention to your hair, your first thing, the most important thing you're supposed to pay attention to is your diet. Because your body is the vehicle. Now, this is the vehicle God has given us. This is a vehicle for the journey of life. Just as you have your normal vehicle. Your normal vehicle, you must take it for maintenance. You must also take your body for maintenance. Your normal vehicle, you must take it for a wash. You must wash the blocks. You must wash the fuel filter. You must make sure that you get in the right fuel. Now, peradventure you get in the wrong fuel for your vehicle. What happens? Your vehicle will not function properly. It is either your vehicle will be shaking or that particular fuel you got for that vehicle, what happens to it? It will destroy every other thing in the engine. Same thing as your body. Your body is the vehicle God has given you to run through the journey of life. And the way you maintain and treat your body determines how far you will go on that journey. Determines how well you will go on that journey. Also determines if that journey you will enjoy it or you are going to cut it short. All these things have to do with food. So Diet TV is here to help you make the right choice of food that will edify your body, that will edify your soul, and will help you with longevity. There is a diet called the Okinawa diet. That will be my case study for today. The Okinawas, they live up to 140 years. The Okinawas, they live up to 150 years. A woman of 130 years in Okinawa can still climb an orange tree. Healthy, strong. A woman of 130 years in Okinawa can still go to the stream to fetch water. When you check out their diet is full of old food, fruit, vegetables, whole grain, nuts, lots of water, lots of herbal teas. That is the Okinawa diet. And so their diet promotes longevity. Your own diet, that should be your take home. Your own diet, does it promote longevity? Your own diet, does it accelerate aging? Your own diet, does it accelerate healing? What is your diet? What does it do to your body? If what the food you eat does not contain vitamins, does not contain antioxidants, does not contain flavonoids, does not contain everything needed for your organs to function properly, then that is no food, that is your shaft. So I want you to meditate on all this. But Diet TV will be here bringing you all this information that will help with your health. Food is medicine to be taken according to prescription. So Diet TV will help you find out your prescription. There's a prescription for a male, there's a prescription for a female, there's a prescription for a baby, there's a prescription for a toddler, there's a prescription for a pregnant woman. Even there's a prescription for someone trying to get pregnant. The food you eat affects your eggs. The food you eat affects your hormones. The food you eat are basically messengers. So it is either they are passing the right message or they are passing confusing messages. And because most food that people eat pass confusing messages, they end up with what they call hormonal imbalance. Because the food people eat pass the wrong messages, they end up with low libido. They end up with one sickness or the other because what they are putting in their body is not passing the right message. Am I trying to say hereditary is not there? Hereditary is involved. But hereditary is just a little percentage. Your diet pulls the trigger. If you come from a family where high blood pressure is dormant, it's common. If you come from a family where high cholesterol is so common, if you come from a family where diabetes is the order of the day, that is hereditary. But do you know your diet, your type of food is a trigger? The type of food you decide to go on can stop that hereditary flow or trigger the hereditary flow. So that is all we are going to be looking at on Diet TV. And I wouldn't like you to miss any episode at all because it's going to be talking so much. The rate at which people are dropping dead, all as a result of cardiovascular disease and sickness, shows that there is something wrong with the diet people are on. These are two types of diets in front of me. This typically is called a junk diet. As you can see, if I look at this food, as I'm looking at this food right now, this is food. This is also a type of food. I cannot identify the major ingredients in this food. I cannot. At a glance, I cannot. I don't even know where this is coming up from, but I know, okay, maybe there's flour, maybe there's sugar, maybe there's starch, maybe there are all sorts of things imbued in this diet. But when I look at this, just the way God made it, when I look at this, I don't need I don't need to go to the chemistry lab to find out the chemicals in this particular type of diet. These are fruits, these are vegetables, these are nuts, lots of seeds that the body is expected. This is the type of diet the body is expected to have. These are contained with lots of vitamins, lots of nutrients, lots of antioxidants, lots of flavonoids, and deliver the right message to the body. That is green vegetable, and we know that green represents life. So your food has a lot to do with how you feel and how you react. Just like colored pills, food, your diet comes with an obligation to use it correctly. Just like colored pills, just like aspirin, just like Tylenol, just like Panadol, it comes with a responsibility to take it with the right prescription. When you abuse food, food will also abuse your body. Just like drug abuse, there's what we call food abuse. But food abuse could be more deadly. Why? Because the effect of food abuse is not overnight. The effect of food abuse is gradual, growing into what they now call cancer. The effect of food abuse is gradual, it grows, growing into what they now call diabetes. The effect of food abuse, it grows, it is not automatic, growing into what they now call high cholesterol. And let me also educate us. Your size, your physical size, is not a determinant of whether you are healthy or not. That's another mistake people make, and that is what Diet TV is also going to be discussing about. Your physical size has nothing to do with the rate at which you catch disease. Your physical size does not tell how healthy you are. You know, they have this opinion that once you see a very fat person, oh, this person must be sick, this person must have high blood pressure, this person must have high cholesterol, this person must have fatty liver. That is a very big mistake. The skinny ones that think they are free and feed on junk diet, they are the ones that move about with fatty liver. Fatty liver is visceral fat. So most times when they fall sick and they get to the doctor's table and they do a check on them and they tell them, you have fatty liver, the first thing that comes up, but I'm not fat now. No, that is ignorance. When it comes to disease and sickness, ignorance is not an excuse at all. Your physical structure is not a determinant of whether you are healthy or not. It is what is on your plate. So if peradventure, through hereditary, you have a very skinny body, you come from a family where scopogenous fat is not rampant, you can still get sick on the wrong diet. Visceral fat is more deadly than scopogenous fat. Visceral fat hides in the liver, visceral fat destroys the kidney, visceral fat destroys the colon, visceral fat causes low sex drive, visceral fat causes infertility. Visceral fat is the one that triggers, that works inside to defile the body. So you still need to pay attention to what you eat. So physical size is not a determinant to whether you are healthy or not. Your diet also feeds viruses and bacteria. Do you know your diet? Your food, it's either feeding bacteria, your food is either triggering or feeding viruses or eliminating them from the system. You must pay special attention. Don't forget, prevention is better than cure. And your diet, the type of food you eat, can be a preventive measure, or the type of food you eat can be a disease promoter. Now, the type of food you eat can also remove or scare away invaders. What are these invaders? Invaders are germs. What are these invaders? Invaders are viruses. Now, the type of food you eat can either be hosting these viruses, making them comfortable in your body, doing a lot of damage and ravaging your system. It all depends on your diet. Or your diet can also make your body very uncomfortable for these invaders. But it is always better to get these invaders down before they get you. The invaders are very mean. The invaders are very wicked. When the invaders have an opportunity to ravage your body, before you know it, cancer kills. Before you know it, diabetes sends the person to hell. Before you know it, high blood pressure, the person just slumps. And all these things has to do with food. Stress is inevitable. But do you know your diet can help you to respond or to react to stress? All these things has to do with food. So Diet TV is here to help you make the right choice of food that will edify your body, that will edify your soul, and will help you with longevity. There is a diet called the Okinawa diet. That will be my case study for today. The Okinawas, they live up to 140 years. The Okinawas, they live up to 150 years. A woman of 130 years in Okinawa can still climb an orange tree. Healthy, strong. A woman of 130 years in Okinawa can still go to the stream to fetch water. When you check out their diet is full of old food, fruit, vegetables, whole grain, nuts, lots of water, lots of herbal teas. That is the Okinawa diet. And so their diet promotes longevity. Your own diet, that should be your take home. Your own diet, does it promote longevity? Your own diet, does it accelerate aging? Your own diet, does it accelerate healing? What is your diet? What does it do to your body? If what the food you eat does not contain vitamins, does not contain antioxidants, does not contain flavonoids, does not contain everything needed for your organs to function properly, then that is no food, that is just shaft. So I want you to meditate on all this. But Diet TV will be here bringing you all this information that will help with your health. Food is medicine to be taken according to prescription. So Diet TV will help you find out your prescription. There's a prescription for a male, there's a prescription for a female, there's a prescription for a baby, there's a prescription for a toddler, there's a prescription for a pregnant woman. Even there's a prescription for someone trying to get pregnant. The food you eat affects your eggs. The food you eat affects your hormones. The food you eat are basically messengers. So it's either they are passing the right message or they are passing confusing message. And because most food that people eat pass confusing messages, they end up with what they call hormonal imbalance. Because the food people eat pass the wrong messages, they end up with low libido. They end up with one sickness or the other because what they are putting in their body is not passing the right message. So till I come your way again, food is medicine to be taken according to prescription. And your diet has a lot to do with how you feel and how you look. This is what Diet TV is going to be all about. Till I see you again next week, remain blessed. Don't forget, subscribe, share, like, and food is medicine to be taken according to prescription.
For you to live long on earth, you need the right food. And for you to stay healthy, you need Diet TV to teach you. Diet TV brings to you the right food your body needs. Jesus wants you fit. Diet Academy, healing by knowledge.
You can also reach us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.